Good day, all. I just wanted to say that the holiday season is here. And if you celebrate holidays, and if you don't celebrate holidays, especially in New York City, just be mindful of people who are trying to scam you. And nowadays, they try to scam you by phone, by clicking a link on your cell phone. Uh, and they try to scam you out of crypto, definitely. Crypto, your bank, don't give out any bank account information. Don't click any links. Don't sign anything. Don't give them any information. Don't give nobody your social security number. You know that. Do not give anybody your bank information. Do not sign into your account for anybody or let somebody talk you into downloading an app on your phone to see what's on your phone, because that almost happened to me one time. I got a phone call. I thought it was, I guess it was something like Amazon or something, and They called me from a number and told me to download this app. I downloaded the app, and the app was basically going through all my apps and seeing basically what I had. But then, by the time I caught on to what was happening, I caught on very quickly, so I was able to hang up on that person and close out and close out and delete the app that they asked me to download, because I quickly realized that they were trying to see my information from their end, and if I would have gave them anything else personal, they probably would have been able to get into my accounts and take what they wanted. And yeah, scams go back so long that I so long, as long as I can remember. I remember in the, I want to say, late 80s. I'm sure you guys, if you, especially if you're from New York City, you understand uh, about the scams that were on the streets at the time. I was one of those people who got scammed on the street. Me, my cousin, and a couple of friends of mine. Yeah, we all got scammed, and it was on different days. We weren't together, but the same people scammed us because we all from the same part of New York City. So, my story was, I was walking down, coming from work late at night. I lived in a different borough at the time, so I had to take the public transportation back to uh, where I lived at the time. Anyway, I'm walking to the train because, coming from my job, New York City, walking to the train station up a popular, regular street, and long and behold, here comes somebody looking desperate and in need of assistance. And me being the person I am, I stopped to assist. He came up to me with a story that he didn't know where he was at, because he was from another country, and that he really needed my help. I wasn't thinking about any money at the time, but I was like, okay. And this is the same person, mind you, that scammed my friend and my cousin. Anyway, he came up to me and said that he wanted to find directions to this address that I never even seen before. I'm from New York City. We never even seen that address before. He said he wanted directions. I was trying real hard. Back then we had no Google Maps, none of that. Trying really hard to find this address for him. But he seemed like he was anxious and scared too about losing something that he had on him, which was a wad of money, this like really thick wad of money. And on top of the wad of money that he would show you, which he showed me, and that opened me up to, like, okay, the time you young, you broke, you like, okay, I could use that money if he's gonna help. If I can help him, maybe he's gonna help me. And, and long and behold, he shows me a wad of money. Must have had $100 bill on top of this wad. And so I thought underneath, and he showed me the bills, so I assumed that the bills were what it was. Uh, so I agreed to help him, and then another gentleman comes up on the side of him, me not knowing that, and he's also trying to help the guy who's in need of help. So now I feel like at least I'm not alone. At least I'm not the only one trying to help this man, because clearly this man needs help. So his friend, I mean, the guy that came along, I real quickly, well, I didn't realize till later on that that was actually his friend, and they were actually acting to get me to give them what I had. So we, I walked with him trying to help him because he showed me the water money, and he said if I helped him that he would, he would pay me. But he actually needed me to. He left something somewhere, and the guy that was playing as his friend said that he also was going to help him, but he was going with him to the location that he had to go pick something up from. We were in a restaurant. I don't know how we got to a restaurant. There's a lot of restaurants in New York City on the corner. So we went into the restaurant to discuss, how this was going to happen. He was asking me to hold on to his money so that he can go get whatever it was that he left at the location. And the man that was with him was going to go with him, and I was supposed to be waiting for them at the restaurant with the money. Right there, I started feeling a little iffy about it, but still focus on that bag of money, that bag he just showed me. I agreed. But then he started saying, I need you to take off. Back then, you know me. Well, you know how us New Yorkers do. I had the big door knocker earrings, big shell ear. I think I had door knockers on at that time. Big rope chain, probably a nugget ring on my finger. And he was looking at my jewelry probably, and he targeted me because I was walking to the train station. And he didn't actually rob me, he actually conned me. And it's funny because I started to feel like it was a con. And so he showed me the water money, and he wanted me to take all my jewelry off, all the money I had in my pocket, and put it all into the bag with the wad of money that he showed me, and then for me to hold on to it. I kept saying, why I gotta take off all my stuff so you can trust me to hold your stuff? Right there, I started getting little red flags. Then I started to think, well, if I put my stuff into this bag and I'm the one holding on to it, if he doesn't come back, that's his loss. So right there, I started feeling greedy. This is the prime example why you can't be money hungry or greedy for anything. And like at that time, I started to get greedy because now I see this wad of money and I need it. So, well, this was definitely a lesson learned. I took all my jewelry off. I think I had a gold watch too, a gold nugget watch on. Took all my jewelry off, put it inside that bag with that man's money, so-called money. And I kept saying, wait a minute, show me the bag. Open the bag and show me my jewelry inside the bag with the money. He did. I don't know how he flipped it and then gave me the bag. I'm feeling the bag. I don't feel my jewelry. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I don't feel my stuff in here. Open this back up again. And so he started to know that I started to get fidgety and curious. I realized he was trying to rob me. So I started to scream, and he took off with the bag with my money, with my money, my jewelry, and his so-called money inside the bag, and ran to a cab. Him and was it the other guy was with him? They both was running to the cab, I think. And I was chasing them because I'm a fucking New Yorker. I'm gonna chase you. I ran after him all the way up to the cab. That was very dangerous too, by the way. New York City today, you can't do that. I shouldn't have been doing that back then either. I ran after him and the man that he was with, who had my jewelry and I was screaming in New York City, oh my God, he got he just robbed me. He robbed me. And I chased him all the way to the cab. And I guess the cab was part of the deal too, because the cab pulled off without you know, why I was screaming, "Don't pull off! He has my stuff, my jewelry." They pulled off. Where did that leave me? No jewelry, no money. And at the time, I think I lived on Staten Island. I had to take the train from New York City to the ferry to get on the boat to go across to Staten Island. And, you know, I had to wind up asking a police officer for a service to let me on the train. And I might have had somebody meet me down at the ferry, or either I was able to get on the ferry with no money, no nothing. Made it back home somehow, some way with no money on it. But that was a big lesson learned back in the 80s. And not only did that person scam me, but he also scammed a couple of friends of mine. And that happened to my cousin. With her story, she borrowed somebody's 2-finger ring. Y'all remember the 2-finger rings? I know y'all do. She had her boyfriend's 2-finger ring on, and it wasn't like the scam that I did. Her scam was, remember the card tables? Do any of y'all remember the tables? They would be playing cards, and there would be a bunch of people around them, and they would be winning. And come to find out, all the people that were around the table playing the cards were friends of the person who was winning. And so everybody that was standing around the table playing and winning, it all was a setup. But you thought, since they winning, I might can win. I could see where that thing is underneath. You know, where which one I should pick. Well, my cousin took her boyfriend's 2-finger ring off, put it under one of them cups, and lost his ring, lost her jewelry, lost her money, everything. And they scammed her, and they took the guys, and then she had to go back and let him know that she got conned or scammed or whatever she told him out of his 2-finger ring. And boy, do I tell you, those were some about scams. Back in the days, the scams were physical scams. It wasn't internet scams back then. There wasn't no, let me text you and click the link scams. These were physical scams. And if you were money hungry, or you know, you grew up poor and you needed some money, you probably would have got caught up in the scams. And that's just crazy. So that was just like a little reminder of how easy it is to get tricked into a scam, and how easy it is to get tricked out of your own stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you because of the holiday season. And I know that a lot of people are money hungry, and that's a good way to get people to, give them their money. So I just wanted to say that. And I wanted to say, be very careful. Enjoy your family members. And be safe. Safe travels if you're traveling. And have a happy holiday. You know, that's all I can say. A lot of us don't celebrate Thanksgiving anymore, but if you're going to be spending quality time with your family, there's nothing wrong with that. And with that being said, like, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you. Have a great one. Enjoy, everyone. Love you all.